4.9, graph and solve quadratic inequalities.
There's a 4.9.
There's a 4.2.
I want the.
Did you not just hear a whole conversation that we had?
No, because I was
Gonna say, I feel like there's an echo in the room.
I was comparing.
It's usually Jonah, because he doesn't pay attention.
Well, I was doing my quiz correction.
Yeah, he was doing this.
Alright, this should be a kind of review a little bit of graphing quadratic equations, which would be helpful, but then also they are inequalities. So we're going to talk through what those different options are, but that's why there weren't really notes because there's not really a whole lot with this. So if we have y is less than ax squared plus bx plus c, then this would be dotted. So my parabola would be dotted instead of like, a solid line all the way around or curve, whatever. And we would shade outside the parabola.
Is this correct?
Is there a way to abbreviate parabola?
Parabola?
Nope, you just got to write it out. Parabola.
There's no parabola.
Y is less than or equal to ax squared plus bx plus c, then it is solid. And again, we shade outside the parabola. Y is greater than ax squared plus bx plus c. It's dotted. And we shade inside the parabola. And then lastly, if y is greater than or equal to ax squared plus bx plus c, it is solid. Shade inside the parabola. Now, that's all assuming that A is positive. Okay, the stuff flips if it's negative, because obviously our parabola goes from being right side up to being upside down. This one will be one that's really important that you check a point to make sure that you're shading in the right direction, because a lot of you are shading with like highlighters or markers. I would suggest maybe checking that point before you shade, especially if it's a negative A value. If it's positive A value, then obviously you don't really have to worry about it because it's going to follow this. But if it's negative, I would definitely make sure you check a point beforehand so that you don't end up like having to redo the whole thing over again. So graph the inequality. 8. Y is greater than x squared minus 9. So I would go ahead and kind of analyze these things that we were writing up here. Is it going to be solid or dotted? And then are we shading inside or outside? So which situation would I have?
Shade inside.
Dotted and inside.
I did not say out.
Okay.
It sounded like out because that was you.
Sure.
I don't think that's gonna change the fact that between I and O.
No, I would.
Alright, so I need to find my vertex. We really don't, just because of the nature of these problems, we don't really put the axis of symmetry on here. If you want it, just so you can like visualize it, you can, but you don't have to do that with these ones. But that's up to you. So I need to find the vertex. So where is the x-coordinate of the vertex? Like, what's our formula to find it?
Is it
Yep. Minus b over 2a. Now, do I have a b term?
Zero.
Yeah.
So that would just be 0, so I don't even need to write it on this one. And then when x is 0, what is y?
-9.
-9. So that's my vertex. So my axis of symmetry, if I were to draw it, would be just at x equals 0. But like I said, we don't usually draw it on these ones, just the regular ones. But if you want to, that's fine. Now, which way is this going to open? Up, because it's positive.
Okay then.
You forgot
All right.
Said, "Aw."
Vertex is down here at 0, -9. If I choose, say, 1, or if you want to choose, like, a bigger number, you can. Like in this situation, if I chose 3, what's going to happen?
It's gonna be big. Actually, no, wait, it'd be 0.
Yeah, if I choose 3, it would be 0 because 3 squared is 9, minus 9 is 0. So I could actually do this one and then go 3 the other direction and have the same thing. You don't have to do that. We normally just go 1 away and that's fine. But if you wanted to do this. Oh. Now,
Love graph.
it's dotted.
Aw. Dang it, I just threw it.
Oopsie daisies.
Just if you do that, just draw a little line and just say dotted so that it at least tells me that you recognize that it was supposed to be. But that's why I write this over here because I also drew it solid and then I looked and I was like, oh, this was a dotted problem. So So if you did it solid, just draw a line that says dotted and I'll know that what you meant to do. All right, now we shade inside. And I can choose any point that's in there to check. So if I choose, let's say -1, -2. I'm going to be random.
Where's 0?
I want to do something hard.
Sure enough.
-2 is greater than -1 squared minus 9. So -2 is greater than, or not, I don't know why I just did or equal to. So that's 1 minus 9, so -8. -2 is greater than -8, so I know that I shaded correctly.
Yay.
Oh, it is.
So I just confirmed that. But yes, I could have used 0, 0. 0 is greater than -9, and I would have been able to see that as well. So I strongly encourage you to do that and check them so that you make sure that you do it right. Even if you just kind of do it mentally, but to check and make sure that you did it right. Okay, 10. Y is less than x squared plus 4x minus 5. All right, so what's going to be true about this graph?
It's dotted and it's outside shaded.
Opens up, it's dotted,
Oh, yeah.
and we shade outside. It's really hard to see that. All right, so I need to find my vertex. So -4 over 2 times 1, -2. Then plug that in to solve for y. So -2 squared plus 4 times -2 minus 5.
4 minus 8.
4 minus 8 is
Oh,
negative
-4.
9.
-9.
-9.
How did I say it?
So -2, -9 is going to be my point that I have. So set up a graph over here. See if we can remember this time that it is dotted. Talking to myself on that one.
Another -9. Wow.
All right, -2, -9.
Wow.
Alright.
Opens up.
It's not liking
What point do y'all want to use this time?
0.
0. So if I use 0, then I get -5. So at 0, -5, I have a point. And then that is 2 away, so 2 away on the other side. Yep. And dotted.
it. Half of it's not.
Now, we shade outside on this one, so that means I'm out here going all the way around my graph like that.
No, it's
And
not.
actually not. It's not fun. Sorry.
It looks like
You know what I want? That boom chicken pop.
I want the position.
So I would probably choose like 0 and -10, or well, even really -9 would work. Like 0, -9, and try that point to check with, because that way, if x is 0, then I don't have to worry about that. So I'd have -9 is less than -5, because the other things are 0, and so -9 is less than -5. So I know that I've shaded correctly.
My muscles. I felt muscles yesterday I didn't know I had.
All right, 12. Y is less than or equal to, you get to be solid this time, -x² plus 3x plus 10.
Oh, finally I don't have
You
to
know, it's anatomy,
thinking for
guys.
this.
You can't be asking about
All right, what does this one do?
what?
It opens down.
Opens down,
It's solid.
just solid.
And it's the outside.
Great.
It's gonna be opposite though, because it's negative, so we're gonna shade inside. But if you're not sure about this part, then obviously wait till you graph it and then choose a point that's either inside or outside, and then you'll find out pretty quickly if you did it right or not. It's really weird.
Oops.
Okay, so vertex.
-3
Yeah,
over
solid.
-2.
I can't like
Yep.
describe.
So that'll end up being a positive 3/2. And we cancel the signs.
How do you plug in 3
So I've got y. Well, I don't even really need to write the y. So I've got negative, and then in parentheses 3/2 squared. The negative is not getting squared, only the 3/2 is.
Yeah.
Plus 3 times 3/2, and then plus 10. So this is going to be -9/4 plus 9/2 plus 10. Now I need a common denominator to add these together.
So just turn that 9/2 into 18/4.
Okay, yep. So -9/4 plus 18/4. And then, what about this one?
40.
40/4.
Boom, shuffle.
So that means I've got,
I just cringed. 58.
let it do it for me. Oh,
minus
or not.
9. 49.
49/4.
The AI is trying to solve
Now, you're probably, hopefully 3/2, you know what that is as a decimal relatively quickly. So we probably should rethink about our vertex as far as trying to graph this as either a decimal or at least a mixed number on this one, because,
no one's gonna guess
49.
you're probably not going to be like 49/4 right here. Probably need to think about it a little bit. So if you want to think about this as 1.5, and then, yes, either 12 1/4 or 12.25, that's fine.
Ew.
I might consider counting by 2s on this one, just so my graph isn't huge, but
But then, like, the point.
yeah.
Massive.
You know what else is massive?
Now, I also know that this opens down, so I'm going to have my graph like a little bit more like this, so that it's up there. I am going to count by 1s just because I have the decimal values, but you don't have to.
Whatever you say.
What?
Just so I don't have to
Oh, wait.
recount.
CTCT.
Oh, yeah.
There it is.
Cooper's initial.
Can I just do, like, normal numbers now? Or does it have to be a decimal when I'm plugging in the new X?
No, I would use a normal number.
Thank God.
All right, so if I put my vertex on here, so at 1.5 and then 12.25, I'm not going to get out a ruler and make sure you've only gone a quarter of the way past 12.
Just go for that.
I would, probably stick to using 0. So then that means that if I use x is 0, y is 10,
There are boxes around everything.
and then 1.5 the other way. Yeah, I don't know what's happening. Thought I turned that off, but I guess I didn't. Okay. This one is solid.
There you go, solid.
Yeah, it's solid.
So before we even shade, let's check a point. Let's use 0, 0, and check this to see if we're shading inside or outside, because that would be inside currently. Or, well, yeah, it'll be inside. So that way I'll know. So if I use 0, 0 is less than or equal to 10. Is that true?
Yeah.
So that means I need to shade inside.
Whoa, orange.
Isn't it yellow?
Pretty sure.
Looks orange from up here.
That's
I mean,
like
that-
the inside of a mango.
How do you know
What?
what's inside of a mango?
Do you not eat
That
mangoes?
is so random.
Mangoes are so good.
Okay, Cooper.
What is so bad about
That's
eating
like the
mangoes?
most randomest thing ever.
Randomness are
Random.
Mangoes are so good.
Hey, so can you say randomness to this pattern?
Randomest? Does she not like that?
You
So-
said the
I'm
most
here.
randomest.
Oh, did I really?
I'm
Yeah.
here.
Sorry.
All right, one more problem.
Random.
22. We've got y is greater than or equal to x squared minus 4, and y is less than or equal to negative 2x squared plus 7x plus 4. This is graphing a system of inequalities. Okay, we did this with lines and we were finding the overlap. You don't have to graph like 8 of them on one like you do with the lines, just 2. All right, let's work on this first one, and then we'll work on the second one, and then we'll graph both of them, obviously on the same.
It's solid.
Thing. So this one over here is solid. Which way are we gonna? It's gonna open up, and where are we shading?
Inside.
Yep, inside. All right, let's go ahead and talk about what the other one's gonna do, and then we'll actually solve them out. What is the other one gonna do?
Solid down
Hey,
inside.
pal. Oh,
Solid
yeah.
opens down and inside.
Why do you want that? Wait, how's that one inside?
Because it's opposite of it's opposite of what this would normally be if this is a negative.
Ow.
I'm sorry.
Nope, you're good. All right, let's start over here with the one on the left, and let's find what our vertex would be, and then we'll work on the other one. So what would the vertex be over here?
0.
Okay, the x-coordinate is 0, so then what's the y-coordinate?
-4.
-4. And then let's go ahead and do vertex over here on the other one.
Yay. 7 over, no, -7 over -4.
Yep.
Oh no.
So 7 over 4.
Yay.
That was too
It is.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I use negative
You're such a smart little thing.
All right, so
That was the point of saying that.
too. Sarcasm.
now I've got to plug that in here. So -2 times 7 over 4 squared plus 7 times 7 over 4 plus 4.
I don't like
It's 49 over 16 times
Seven over
Alright.
4.
So I'm going to go ahead. This is 49 over 16, but since it's times a 2, I'm going to write it as 49 over 8, but it's also going to be negative because of this negative out here.
I thought it was like,
bad. It's actually.
I thought it was like no. Oh, you could just do
I just reduced it. All right, then plus 49 over 4, and then plus 4. I need a common denominator, so obviously this is going to be our common denominator, so I'm keeping this one. -49 over 8 plus
98.
Hey, I said
98 over 4
wrong numbers.
plus
Or, no.
16. That's the word I was looking for.
Wait, why'd you not change the DL?
I don't know why I didn't write it the other way.
Someone else do this.
Yeah!
Wait. 16 over 8 is,
Some, oh,
is 2.
I feel like they had it now, they could see them all the time, but Algebra 1 got more, I feel like. Oh,
Algebra 1 got 2
Okay, 15.
yesterday. No, the other day. I don't know what day it was.
Yesterday, because they all, oh, that's cute. Algebra 1 only had 2 yesterday.
Yeah.
Morning.
Yeah, and I was doing a quiz review for them, and I was putting up all the answers on the board super, super quick at the end of class. Like, I was working all the problems, like 20 problems in the span of like 5 minutes. And I looked at the wrong problem on one, and then the other one, I don't even remember what I did. It's like, great.
It's 32 over 8. Not 16 over 8. Because we originally multiplied it by 4.
Thank you. Okay, so now what do I get?
49 plus 32, that's like 130. 81.
I was gonna say 81.
All right, so 81 over 8. I would probably think about these as decimals.
So it's like 1.75 and something. 10 and
So
Better not be.
10.
We're just like, whoa.
10.125. Oh yeah.
Wait, that's only for,
12.
oh my
God. Is 25.
I don't like these
Are we gonna have a lot of them that are like that?
no.
Bless you. That was really long.
It's
Funny
okay.
at school.
It's a natural process for the human body to see these
No, don't say it like that.
It's a natural
See, I
process
noticed
for
the
human
moment that I
body.
started to say it was not a good sentence. I just committed.
All right, I'm going to start with the one on the left. So I have a vertex at 0, -4. This one opens up. So I'm going to choose like 1. So if I plug in 1 for x, I get -3. So at 1, -3, I have a point. And then at -1, -3, I would also have a point. This one was solid and it opens up, so that makes sense. So we've got that going there.
Such a bad
What?
joke. What?
Gonna shade it inside.
No. Are you tweaking out like me?
Yep.
I'll take that as a yes.
All right, the other one, I have a vertex at 1.75 and 10.125.
So,
So we're gonna do a rough
No, Abby.
estimation.
Yep.
So that's gonna be it.
So if I plug in 0, I get 4. So at 0, 4, I have a point.
can't see my line.
And then that means that approximately,
This really turned my
oh no,
What'd you do?
I don't really know. Approximately over here, I have a point. It's not perfect, but good enough. It's solid. Opening down. This one also shades inside.
So like 0, 1
Oh.
should work.
So then I'm going to check a point that's in both of these. So we can use 0. Yeah, you can use 0, 1. You can use 0, 0 even, because that should be in my overlap here.
So that's
So I would probably use 0, 0 in general, but so if I do 0, 0, then I end up with 0 is greater than or equal to -4.
yeah.
Works for that one. Over here, 0 is less than or equal to 4. That also works. So I know that my area where the overlap is in here. So this is the solution. Now, technically, this would continue shading up, obviously, but I'm not, like, super worried about that. I'm just letting you know. Like, it would keep going. It doesn't just stop shading wherever you stop drawing your graph, but it's fine. All right, any questions on that?
No, I don't.
History teacher to drive him to McDonald's and help him. Bobby Ray.
Bobby Bones.
All right.
Bobby Bones.
Please stop.
3 through 5 is just matching. You don't need to copy this stuff over. Just write number 3 is this letter, number 4 is this letter. It just is matching graphs for you to see them. And then 13, 15, and 21.
I need, like, I have